some of them say, I don't mind, let them, collect my data. They can't, do anything to me because I'm clean. I'm not doing all the weird.
Right. Oh, I have nothing.
Yeah, you're not gonna have nothing to hide, right? Stuff like that. But then I'm telling them, hey, okay, you have nothing to hide. But imagine that, like in 10 years or maybe in 50 years, your grandchildren or your children will do something. Maybe they like unintentionally, but they will do something. And by that time, the technology will be sitting in the courts or in the in all these police departments, like enforcement departments, etc. And their behavior will be analyzed, and your behavior or your data will be also used for context for their behavior, right? It can be done, right? I'm all working.
A police station has this. They're not going to have the surveillance on the police officer. They're going to have it on you, so that people will game the system and get you all rattled or cause you to evoke behaviors that you wouldn't normally evoke. They say, "Oh, look, they were sweating," or they're lying. This is not. People are foolish when they say, "Oh, I have nothing to hide," because people can twist this tremendously to cause a lot of harm.
And there is another risk here that many people don't think about is impostering. Like, let's say I'm a hacker, I'm social engineer or something, and I want to behave like I want to make some harm to you for some reason, or maybe not harm, but I want to steal something from you, and I want to manipulate. Now, how can I do that? I have your photo. I can print your face, and I can bring it, to different places, and I can do different strange things while some cameras are looking at me, even in casino, etc. So I know that I have injected your face, your ID, with some kind of weird behavior into the system. Now, if I know that the system is global and all these cameras, all these casinos are sharing this data and collecting them in one place and processing them in one place, training one big model. So I already have injected, your identity with bad behavior into the system without you doing that, without you knowing about that, which afterwards can cause some, problems to you that I can take advantage of these problems that you have. I can call you later and say, hey, I'm from police and I know that you did this and that, and you will notice that I'm not lying because you already have got, some kind of invitation to the court or something. So you're gonna talk to me.
What about data poisoning? I've heard that term.
That's exactly the example I gave. Data poisoning is when it's one of the examples. So data poisoning means I will intentionally place wrong ideas, wrong data into the processor of the data, right? So we have to understand that the data is not important without the processor of the data. So there is one big processor somewhere in the cloud, or let's say ChatGPT, let's call it a processor, or any other big model. And when you give any input to that, it takes the input and learns something. Now, as a bad guy, you can give bad input, but it's not just curse words or something. Bad input might be some very smart input that you put there in order to manipulate the whole system. You can teach it to be, I don't know, Nazi, or to have some kind of ideas that our social environment is not accepting, okay? And that's how you can manipulate the masses, I would say. Or you want people to vote for some candidate, and you have enough capacity to poison the big model, so you can write lots of articles and create lots of materials with some idea, and while knowing that this model will process this, and it will see that there is a lot of content with the same idea, so it's gonna think that this idea is true.
True, yeah. What other, I don't know, what else comes up that makes it difficult?
So as I said, data injection, data poisoning is something that we have to struggle with. And I think that the other big thing that the world will have problems with is, did you hear about concept save now, use later? SNU? Yeah, okay.
You can save data sometimes for years and then it could be used later.
Yeah, so it's the term is called SNUL, like SNUL. SNUL, and it refers to, so we have too much data today, and let's say all this video data and 4K, and it's very heavy, and we don't have enough processing power today or enough electricity to process it all. It's very hard, so we choose to process only significant or meaningful data for us, right? So, and I would say that it's less than 1/1000% of data which is being, which is going to the processor.